Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you for joining me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. Hi Shazamo. Hi Run Unconditional Love Taro. Mendig. Marby Gongora. I'm sorry, Rebecca Gilbert. So I hope everyone is having a good day. Patricia Allen. Okay. The usual, if anyone would like a reading from me today or tomorrow, I have some slots open. Please feel free to call me on my YouTube number, and we can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. I'm grabbing the number right now just in case, because because of the way the system is designed, you can't make an appointment today for tomorrow unless it's for the day after, and it's not my fault. It's the way they designed the system, and I can understand why. Okay, I don't know how many of you are on Twitter, but I'm sure you've heard that Marjorie Taylor Greene wanted to censure Tlaib, calling her a domestic terrorist and all kinds of stuff. And she failed. This morning, if you were on Twitter, I'm sure probably last night, because the usual thing, I go on Twitter for a couple of minutes. Sometimes within a couple of minutes, if there are good things going on, if there are news that I want to read, or things to follow up on. In any event, it seems like she's unhappy with a bunch of her Republican buddies. Do you guys remember I told you she's going to have major falling out with these people? What I feel she's doing today, not that, she's any different. She's a bully. And she doesn't understand there are people you don't bully. The only people she won't attack is if you have more money, like Trump. She won't attack Trump, okay? But watch the fight she's going to have with Mike Johnson, because Mike Johnson is not going to give her everything she wants. This is going to be epic. And this morning she went on a tirade attacking everyone who voted against her bill to censure Tlaib. I believe that's how they pronounce her name. And among others, and then she included Boebert. I don't know if Boebert voted against her bill. I have no idea. But she included Boebert in the lot of people she was cursing out, screaming, yelling. I feel, not Boebert. Boebert is a lightweight. Boebert is going to be gone pretty soon. There are other people in her conference. They don't like her to begin with, but it feels like to me this is going to take a nasty turn with her. It feels like she's going to find herself at some point with very few friends in her organization, because, most people don't like bullies. They have a big problem with it. And that's what's gonna, sometimes not sometimes, when you do the things that she does, bullies everyone, it's either her way or the highway, that stuff catches up with you very fast. And it's been catching up with her. That's one of the reasons why she had that fight with her former best friend. I forget her name right now. I just told you her name, but I forget now, but it's okay. Boebert. The same things that happened between her and Boebert, the same things are happening between her and a whole bunch of people in the House, not only for going on social media and do what she did this morning, basically had a meltdown, but behind the scene, there's a lot going on as well. She thinks she's right about everything, and she's creating a lot of very negative energy in the House towards her. So what's going to happen, my prediction is, she's reaching a point where she's alone. People are not going to want to associate with her except for her staff and very few others. She's complaining because she got kicked out of her that conservative group she used to belong to. I don't know, the Tea Party thing. Watch what happened. This is going to get very ugly. That's my prediction. And also, do you guys remember I told you when the Senate comes back, Tuberville will have to relent? I know. According to what happened last night, he hasn't relented yet, but at least the process is ongoing. Don't be. I mean, I don't know how it's going to happen. He may not relent, but they're going to take the weapon from his hands. Our military people are going to get what they want, I don't feel. Schumer and the other senators will allow this to continue. And, you know, this guy is not very bright. Obviously, I've been saying this for a long time, and he's proving me right. Instead of realizing that there is a limit to push things, he has no clue. The guy is just that dumb. So I feel they're going to take the gun away from him. That the gun he's holding at the head of everybody in Congress, they're going to take it away from him. That's my prediction. The next reference is, you know, I got tired of it. I was watching Mike Johnson, the new speaker. You know, I don't know if it's a weekly news conference that they have. I believe it's a weekly because daily would be too much. But they have a weekly, the majority leaders, no, not the Speaker of the House. I remember Pelosi used to have the same thing too. So I don't remember if it was weekly though. This guy is a pathological liar. And, you know, in some ways, he's just like Marjorie Taylor Greene. They have that belief. You know, it's like he's right about everything. And because I was listening to him, I don't know how many of you have watched him. Okay. And like I told you in the past, what he's doing is he's collecting, in order for him to get up to speed really fast, he's collecting all the old policies and everything else that the House have done on the different leadership, and he's putting them in action. That's basically what he's doing. And among other, you know, like I said, they have the other people in the leadership who are helping him. And also they are doing everything they can to prop him up, because the guy is basically sinking under his own weight, and he's under his own weight and under his own words. So they are. I heard Scali said he's putting the House back on track and to, you know, being a productive place. Yeah, but that's just the beginning of that movement to prop him up and see what they can do, because they realize they've messed up. They've made a big mistake. But this morning, you can tell this guy is a pathological liar. But everything goes according, just like Trump. They all, you know what? They're all the same. Him, Trump, Marjorie Taylor Greene, when it comes to lying, and by the way, that's why I said he's a liar. He was trying to explain that how they're going to impeach Biden, because they are basing everything on evidence. And since they are in an inquiry mode, if you will, right now, the next thing will be impeachment. I don't think that's going to happen. Or if they impeach Biden, I don't see. Well, the Senate is Democratic anyway. But it feels like, to me, they're going to continue to lie like they have been doing, accusing Biden of even murdering their own moms. You know, everything under the sun, in order for them to, they think they're going to be able to sink his re-election. And the next reference is as I was watching him, somebody asked him a question about the IRS, basically the funds to help Israel. And he started talking about this country getting its fiscal house in order. I agree. But as he was talking about that, I mean, as we know, Republicans use the scare tactic, thinking that people are going to vote for them on that basis. And it has worked in the past. This time, what they're going to do, that's Mike Johnson's new pet project, blaming everything on the deficit being too big, too large. Watch. And that's what they're going to be pounding home, that the deficit, the border, and a couple of other things. But watch these two. But they're not going to offer any ideas on how to fix those things. They don't have any. And I'm sure economists have ways of lowering. We've done it in the past. It has never reached the level it's reached today. But for some reason, I feel we will be able to get ourselves out from under this and solve the fiscal deficit that we have. That's my prediction. Yes, we will get out of it. But Republicans are going to try to use it for their own benefits, thinking that it's going to get them to the White House. I don't think so. A lot of people, there is quite a few dynamics going on behind the scenes. Well, we all know about it. A lot of people of Arab descent are blaming Biden. They say they're not going to vote for Biden. Well, they should go vote for Trump, And according to a couple of questions that I have, a lot of Black Americans as well are saying they're not going to vote for Biden for, I don't know what their reasons are. I hope they don't. They change their mind about not going out to vote, because that's what happened. And in 16, a lot of people, it wasn't only a Black American, but a lot of people did not go out and vote. But I know quite a few of my Black American friends who didn't go out and vote, and then after that they complained. So I feel Democrats have their talking points ready. Those are not talking points, but the way they're going to explain to people that this is not normal. We're not living in normal time. This is different. If us minorities, we don't go out and vote to keep our democracy on, which I think is going to happen, because I feel Democrats are going to be able to convince people. That's my prediction, really. I'm bringing this up, but I thought I would elaborate a little bit why I'm concerned. It's because a lot of people, even on Twitter, Elias, the attorney, was talking about that last night. I was on Twitter and he was saying, some people are saying it's not good enough for them to vote Democratic because they think Trump is less good than Biden. I told him, I'm not going to repeat everything I wrote, but I told him that was good enough for me, and I told him how dumb I think Trump is. But anyway, I feel Democrats are going to be able to make a case, but they better start early. That's intuitive, that's what I feel. And but Republicans are going to be using all those things to scare people. They're going to, I'm being shown something I saw last night, that the red states are getting pretty successful, or are making major headways about controlling elections. like putting the people they want in charge, those type of things. I feel they're going to fail, but according to a report I read last night, they are making headways and putting themselves in a situation where they can affect the outcome of the next election. It's very concerning to me, but I am saying this here, I feel we can overcome this, but those of you who are connected, call your representatives, or if you work for the Democratic Party, tell them to get on the stake early, because I've mentioned this before, that's one of my concerns, how the way Republicans go about cheating. And believe me, and I don't know, I'm sure it's obvious to all of you, the way they are going, well, if you look at what happened in Florida, what is going on in Texas, the way they are rigging the vote, North Carolina, yeah. So we're going to have to get involved, but I feel we'll make it. It's going to be so overwhelming, the number of people who are going to be going out to vote, and that's another problem as well. I don't know how that works, but I'm sure some of you know. I am concerned when people go out to vote because of the way right now you can't, in some places you can no longer vote by, red states. No more mailing your ballot and all those type of things that they are doing, they are engaging in. And when the voting day comes, it's going to be a crushing, since in some places you have to vote in person. They are taking away all those other ways you can vote. That can be a problem. I don't know what can be done, but I would not be surprised. Remember what it's on video. That's another thing that concerns me as well. But given all that, I still feel Biden will overcome, because Democrats are going to be able to make the case, and also Elias and other attorneys who are involved in making sure that everyone follows the law, or they sue them. I'm sure you guys have heard I believe they both have last names, two Eliases that are working, at least that I know of. I'm sure there are a bunch of other lawyers, but those two are the only two I know. And they are very good at what they do, making sure that the red states are following the law, but and they are trying every trick in the book to cheat and steal. But I feel we're going to make it. But we all have to be involved. And somebody asked me a question. It had 1 second. I said I was going to answer it. Somebody asked me, when is Johnson going to be out of office? I know a lot of people think this guy is he's going to get caught in some major scandal. But I don't see him just walking away. The only way Johnson will leave this position is if he's pushed out. I don't see him walking away. So anyone who's waiting and hoping that this guy is going to walk away, not going to happen. And the same person asked me, when do I see Hakeem Jeffries, become Speaker in 24, not on 4. I wish it was earlier, but I don't see Hakeem Jeffries. I wish he was now becoming Speaker before then. And also, somebody said that Mike Flynn was the person who was telling Trump what kind of documents he should take after he leaves the White House. I don't think I don't feel. Mike Flynn has his issues, and he does other things, but I don't feel Mike Flynn is the one who was telling Trump. The people who were telling Trump or who helped Trump gather all those classified documents were mostly Kushner, Ivanka, among other people tight in the circle. Because let me tell you guys, as I read that person's comment about Mike Flynn telling Trump what to take, he's not a good guy, but he knows taking classified documents can mean that certain jail for him if it was to ever come out that he had anything to do with helping Trump or suggesting to Trump anything about stealing classified documents. So that's why I don't even think he knew, Mike Flynn knew, that Trump was involved. I mean, until the news broke, okay? But I don't even feel Flynn knew what Trump was engaged in behind the scenes, because you have to remember, he had his own issues. He was promoting himself and everything else. He was trying to make money, while Trump was in office. But he was not focusing on documents. What all those people were focusing on were keeping Trump in office if they could. But they weren't, and they didn't know. And Trump did not do this to help anyone else. He did it to help himself and his family. That's the way I get this story when I focus on Trump. Yeah, there are other people who knew. And as we know, Trump has a way of convincing you and make you, Cohen went to jail for him. Okay? Not because, by the time Cohen realized that Trump was about to throw him under the bus, it was too late. He was already in big trouble with the law. I don't remember exactly how the chronology of the whole situation, but that's what Trump does. So there were other people involved. I don't think there were that many, but I told you guys a long time ago, and that's why I'm not going to change my mind. I remember vividly the vision that I had. Ivanka and Kushner and it's on video, when I said I saw them accessing information they had no business accessing. And that's what it feels like to me intuitively. That was part of what we are finding about today. That Trump basically took very sensitive documents, things that were supposed to be compartmentalized. The level of secret is supposed to be compartmentalized, like the nuclear stuff he stole, all that kind of stuff. So it wasn't Mike Flynn. Trump had his own thing going, and also money. He hated the fact that people didn't vote for him. That was one way of him to get back, do something nasty to the country, well, to us. Okay, and money. That's what I feel. Kelly Mack says, I'm in Kentucky. We no longer have mail-in unless you have a medical reason. Wow. They also cut out polling location by 60%. Exactly last year, people waited 4 to 6 hours in line to vote. That's exactly what came to mind. I'm sorry I did not say that. But yes, the number of polling stations, all those things Republicans are doing to discourage people from voting. number of polling stations, stringent rules on, and also the procedure. If you don't follow the procedure exactly the way they have it, you mail in your ballot, all those things. Oh yeah, it's a big deal. Let's see. And there was another question. 1 second. Oh, I fixed my computer, you guys. You know something? This is the first time I've been, since the 1970s, I have computers, like I have a bunch of them here. I mean, some of them are old. But I've never had a problem with my memory going, a computer, what they call the RAM, RAM, random access memory, going bad. One of my sticks went bad. I couldn't believe it. At first, I thought it was the drive that had the operating system. And then I found a program that I used to test. I always had something in the back of my mind that's telling me, test your, maybe one of your RAM stick, and I tested it. Yep, that was the problem. So the computer is fixed. It's up. It hasn't latched on me, so that's a good thing. Okay, thought I'd give you guys an update because I was talking about it, and I'm going to make a video about it too. So, okay. 1 second. Oops, I can't find the question right now because Amy says, dear YouTube, video in the middle of a live stream is rude. Oh, you mean they have a commercial? YouTube is changing. So those of us who live stream, yeah, unless you can afford not to have commercials. I can't afford not to have ads. I wish I could. But otherwise, in fact, there is a new, I have to find out what it is. Effective yesterday, they've changed their policies on how they display ads. I don't know exactly. I don't know if you guys receive any notice about it, but I know I was told, okay, starting November 1st, the way they display ad, the policies and everything changed. So, but you know what, I can't complain because if it wasn't for YouTube, I'd have an apartment, but it wouldn't be like this. So I have to, do the best I can and bear it. Okay, Sandra Peterson says Trump already said to his supporters, if he's not the nominee, don't vote because it's rigged. Of course. Are we surprised? Everything is rigged if he doesn't win, or yeah. So I'm but there is going to be a big blowout or a big fight among Republican candidates with Trump and the way things are supposed to be done and all that kind of stuff. So, because he's beginning to realize he wanted to be able to become president again and so he can pardon himself. And he's realizing that may be slipping away. Things are not going the way he wanted it. So that's causing him to be very afraid as well. And the way he's been pushing the others to drop out, to make sure, what he's trying to do is, without fighting to get for the nomination, for him to just get it. And but there's going to be a major fight between Trump and the rest of the candidates. Electoral Storm says, do you see that cop who gave Don Jr. the white power sign yesterday? What will happen to that cop? I saw it. I didn't think it was a white power sign, and also I heard somebody. Well, I've never seen that white power sign. No, he was trying to tell Don Jr. that they were meeting in room 3. That's what, and I saw somebody who's connected on Twitter who's connected. That's what he was told. In fact, he tweeted something about white supremacy. I didn't even know that's what that was. I saw him do something like, yeah, he was standing like this, and he went like this to Don Jr. I saw it. I didn't realize. I mean, I saw that he did the sign, but I didn't attribute it to racism or anything. That's probably because I didn't know. But what he was trying to say to Don Jr. that they were going to be in room 3. That's what I heard. So, but no, I don't see that the policeman, anything happened to the policeman. That was the other thing too. I saw the sign, or it looked like a sign. I didn't feel it either way, in any way at all about it. But that doesn't, it's maybe because I didn't know, but I wasn't even concerned. What I thought when I saw that, he was, those guys, the kids of former president, if I see them somewhere, I'm not even going to want to even have anything to do with them, or even, I don't think they are like John F. Kennedy's kids. I do not look at them like that. To me, they are garbage. Because let me tell you. In fact, this morning, that's what came to mind when Don Jr. Was it this morning? Yeah, this morning, and Eric were walking into the courthouse, and they were like waving to people, smiling. If it was me, I wouldn't be smiling. You're in court because you're a cheat, a thief, and they've been convicted before about those same things. They're not even embarrassed. So me, I don't see them as all that at all. I couldn't even care less if I saw them somewhere. Maybe that I probably see them when I go for my ride up in their area. I never see any of them, but I've never paid attention really. The only once I missed as I just drive in front of the gate and Trump was getting out. Then I saw the reason why I knew it was Trump is because the SUVs, the trail of SUVs, and also the policemen that came to block traffic. I looked in the mirror and I saw, I don't know, when instinctively you do something, I did not know why, and I looked at the rearview mirror, and the policeman was in the middle of the street, and I saw the SUVs going down. But I never really, and those guys, I'm not impressed with them at all. I think they're garbage, so I wouldn't even have anything to do with them. But yeah, I was, it was kind of surprised this morning to see them walking into court, and it's like they are some major celebrities, but to some people, I'm sure they are. Patricia Epperson says, will Ivanka tell the truth next week? No. Did you see what? They're going to do it just like Don Jr. did it yesterday. He didn't have anything to do with it. The judge doesn't believe it. He didn't have anything to do with it. He's an executive. He has people working for him to help him make those decisions. So whatever they advise him, whatever they have on paper, he just signs it, according to experts. And when I heard that, I knew, I'm like, this is baloney. But I wanted to hear it from somebody who's an expert, and intuitively I knew it was baloney. So, but the judge doesn't believe it, and they're going to get called out on it by, since he already ruled against them, the Price will be losing the license in New York City. But no, don't expect any of them. I did not know. I didn't think about that, blaming others, okay? Blaming everything on others. That's why I was saying something like the fifth or something. And remember, guys, I said Ivanka hired some good people, so she probably have a different way. But the way is the what Don Jr. is doing. That's what they're all going to do. Something similar. That's what it feels like to me. But no, they can't afford to be honest, because if they are, their dad will cut them off the wheel. Yes. And somebody else said something that caught my attention. So, Charlie C. Sage, I'm glad you posted it, Charlie, and I have it on my note too to mention it, but he's so out of my mind. Charlie C. Sage says, DeSantis on MSNBC this morning. Yes, what do you think, Milu? I saw him, and what I feel most Americans, or even Republicans, when I saw him, what I felt when I looked at his face, he's not somebody I would like to have a cup of coffee with. And when I say that, that's what a lot of experts, campaign experts say. Americans would like to know if they can, if they have can they have a cup of coffee with that guy? Would they enjoy talking to him or her running for president? DeSantis is not one of them. I know I told you he was going to lose, and when I saw that this morning, it's like this guy is going nowhere. I mean, he looks mean. He's trying to. I mean, I'm sure that's the way he is. Otherwise, every time you see him, he has that mean look on his face, disgruntled, a jerk. So that's what I feel about it. Charlie C. Sage of Fire. He's not a nice guy, and he's not going anywhere. And I wasn't impressed. I found him so. I mean, I think I can't stand watching him. I watched him, for a couple of minutes, and then I switched because he wasn't going to. There's nothing inspiring about DeSantis. And the group of Republicans running right now, I don't see any of them who's inspiring. So, and as I am saying this, I feel that's what's going to re-elect Biden. Nikki Haley right now is getting ground, or has gained ground, on DeSantis, but to me, she's working on the Trump administration, and now you're going along, you can't challenge the guy. I mean, Trump, she can't challenge him. They're all going around, tiptoeing. What will they do when they have to deal with Xi or Putin? And now. Gary G says he's defensive to and arrogant. Oh, Gary G. It's an understatement. Oh, my God. Okay. Suzanne Ledoux says he looks mean because he feels hurt. He's feeling hurt from those cowboy boots. You got to put there. Oh, my God. Yeah, that is true. His shoes hurt. And I don't understand this guy. He lives in Florida. I mean, now it's winter. It's a little cool around here. But I don't understand him wearing those boots during the summer. It's unbelievable. Sandra Peterson says, doesn't MAGA Mike looks like a splitting image of George Santos? There is a small resemblance there, but you know what? Somebody posted something not too long ago. I believe it was on Twitter, but I don't feel it's really the physical appearance. The way I translate it when I get something similar to what you said, Sandra, is they're the same type of people. So the energy, his energy is similar to that of Santos. So it will, it may translate into your mind as there is a slight resemblance, but it will make it more obvious. I don't know if I explained that properly, but I hope you guys get my drift. Yeah, so you're right, Sandra, but the way I translated it when I noticed that not too long ago was because of the energy that they're similar, they're liars, cheat, thieves, same yucky people. Yeah. Joel Tison says, would Jack Smith find all Trump's money? I don't know if Jack Smith is going after, I've not gotten that, I'm being honest, okay, that Jack Smith is investigating. What I feel I heard he was investigating is the election, fraud stuff. Oh yeah, if there is election fraud when it comes to money, Jack Smith will find everything, okay? We have to remember Trump has bank account overseas because he has businesses overseas. It may be difficult to find out exactly which one. I mean, there are ways, as I'm saying this, I'm being shown computers, I'm being shown they are interconnected, and I'm also being shown that, the accounts and stuff like that. But people like him, people with that much money, they have ways. Okay, so that's why I said if it comes to election stuff, yeah. Anything else, it's going to be tough. Okay. Oh my God, Trump kid with Joel Tilson says that the kids will blame one another. I wouldn't be surprised, but Ivanka had a good lawyer, or at least legal people to advise her, because she's doing everything she can, and I would not be surprised if I'm sure they talk, okay? That's why I said their questions are going to be similar. And then I didn't think about that. They're not going to lie. They're going to lie like the same way Don Jr. lied yesterday. I have executives working for me. That's what they told me. That's what I did. And yeah, that's what they're going to do. Okay, friends. Thank you very much for spending time with me. Thank you, chat managers, for your help. I appreciate it. If anyone would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmedo.com. If you would like to talk to me later today, or this afternoon after this, or tomorrow, since according to the way the system is set up, you can't make an appointment for tomorrow, please feel free to call me or text me on my YouTube number. We will negotiate a time that's good for us to talk. I'm posting the number, the phone number. If you like the channel, please subscribe, and also don't forget to tap on the notification bell. Please give me a thumbs up. That would help me a lot. Thank you, everyone. I will see you all tomorrow, unless something major happens today, but I doubt it. Till then, bye.